Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a quick video just sort of reflecting on the adventure I had today, which wasn't much of an adventure by most people's standards, but it's by far the most I have interacted with regular society since I started this channel, so I thought I should talk about it while it was fresh in mind. And first I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who commented on the last video. It was so awesome to see how so many of you thought the idea I'm working on is a good one, and hopefully will demonstrate that it is. So today I was taking a big step towards trying to make that happen, which is obviously I need to find members, and one of the most active ways I could think of trying to do that is to distribute flyers. Because, there are some places that anxious people go, like bookstores and potentially coffee shops, and even if they don't, friends or family members can see it. So yeah, I think it's one of the most effective ways available. And so I did that, and I absolutely could not have done it without my sister's help, so huge shout out to Leslie, who handled all of the driving and most of the talking. I wasn't really necessary, but obviously I wasn't going to make her do it alone, and it was good to, stick my head out in the world and exist a little bit if I'm going to try to do something like this group, so mission accomplished there. And my awkward presence did actually pay off at one point, which is the main thing I wanted to talk about, but first, we ended up putting up around 35 flyers, and pretty much everywhere we went in ended up letting us put one on a bulletin board or on a window or just lay some out on a table somewhere, so that was really awesome. And most of my ideas came from the internet, places, businesses around the world that often have places for these things, chains around the country that usually do, and a few places specific to my area. And my sister ended up contributing about as many ideas as I did, just while we were walking around, just pointing at places, being like, oh, we should try there. And pretty much all of them put it out. So that was really awesome. So yeah, like I said, I didn't have to do much talking, but a lot of observing and trying not to stand out and look super awkward. But it's just really striking. Normal people. They just walk up to each other. They just start talking. They make jokes. They're loud. They'll do whatever. It's really unfathomable to me. I wish I could be like that. It's just so natural for most people. But anyway, the main thing I wanted to talk about was just a chance encounter we had at a Jittery Joe's. So, we put flyers in 5 different Jittery Joes. So we got into a rhythm with them where it's more or less like their boards at the back around the corner. Go in, stick it up. You don't really have to talk to anybody. If they look at you, you can tell them what you're doing. They don't really care. So we figured with the 4th or 5th, wherever we were at this point, we would just stick it up and be out of there in just a second. But as we went in the door, there was a case of books right by the door, and anytime my sister sees books, she has to look through them. So she stopped to look through the books, and when that happened, I could have just gone and put the flyer up, and then we could leave, and it'd be like nothing happened. But since I'm super awkward, instead I just kind of froze in place and just stared at her and just like waited like I couldn't handle it by myself. Who the hell knows why, but yeah, my brain just shuts down when things don't go as expected. So anyway, I was just awkwardly standing in this coffee shop where there are people sitting and drinking coffee, just kind of holding my flyers, like, what am I supposed to do now? And a lady at a table asked if we were handing out flyers and asked if she could have one, and I gave her one, and she asked me a couple questions about it. And anyway, it turns out she is a therapist in the Athens area, and long story short, she ended up posting about it on a Facebook group for Athens therapists, and which again I'm assuming is private, and there's no way I would ever be able to reach all of these people, so that was super awesome. And she's also posting it up at the office where she works, so yeah, that was super awesome and could potentially be really helpful. And I guess my awkwardness paid off, because if we had just been in and out of there real quick, she wouldn't have said anything. And so, me just standing there looking like a moron with my flyers being like, I can't do anything by myself. actually worked out. So, fun anecdote. Your awkwardness can pay off. Yeah, that's about all I had to say in this video. Not a particular point. I just kind of wanted to reflect on how weird normal people are and how I wish I could be like that. And yeah, on that very specific experience that was quite a coincidence. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's about it. The one other thing I wanted to say is for anyone that's curious, I did mention in a previous video I was going to be moving on about June 1st if everything went to plan. Everything didn't go exactly to plan. There was a slight miscommunication, and there's Miss Patch making an appearance. Um, so my move will be on around July 8th. Anyway, no big deal. I've got plenty to do in any case, and yeah, I'm doing well. So I just wanted to briefly mention that because I will be making videos from and about my new place when I'm there, but it'll be a little bit longer. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much again, and I will be back at some undetermined point in the future.